Good evening, Gloucestershire Live. I'm here at the Cheltenham Literature Festival with a bit of a legend, with Mr. Brian May.
Hello Jenny, thank you very much. Here I am with my book, Peddling My Wares.
Yeah, and this is, it's a little bit of a treasure trove really. It's some fascinating pictures of Queen through the years, so do you want to tell me a little bit about it?
It's very personal pictures and they've never been seen before by anyone, but they are 3D pictures as well. So in the book you'll find lots of full page pictures which are flat, but you'll also find some stereo pairs of pictures for which you'll need your owl. Now luckily your owl stereoscope is included in the package, so you can get straight to it and you can see things in 3 dimensions, and it's like a time machine, to be honest. No one has ever done this kind of book before, I tell you. Not about a rock group, and not written by a member of a rock group, and not by someone who took their own picture. So I'm going to try it out on you, okay? This is Jenny, and she's going to look for the first time at this picture of Freddie on stage about 1980.
Yeah, and it's incredible.
Did you say incredible? You said incredible?
No, I said incredible.
It's incredible. It's something different, isn't it? Because you're looking through a window and you feel like you could be there. Right? See, that's the magic of 3D. And I've always wondered since I was a kid, why doesn't everybody do this the whole time? Because 3D is where it's at, folks. So this is Queen in 3D, and I'm very proud of it, or I wouldn't be out here selling it. And I'm speaking tonight at the Cheltenham Festival, and we will project in 3D. And people go, wow, as you just did.
And it's pictures that people will never have seen before, so behind the scenes, some really lovely candid and intimate shots of you and the guys.
Definitely, yeah. The on-stage stuff is nice because it's very glamorous and whatever, and it does look very exciting in 3D, but the backstage stuff is generally what grabs people the most, because you're seeing us in very unguarded moments. Like, here's Freddie kind of doing his makeup and being helped. And it looks nice as a flat picture, but in the 3D version, I mean, you may not be able to stand it if I show it to you. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to deal with this. But here you go. You see, in 3D...
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? It just gives it another element.
You feel like you're there. You feel like you could walk through and talk to him. So that's how I've been. And it's a picture book, but it's also a book full of lots of recollections, because when I look at these things, the memories come flooding back, so I can remember who was there and what it was like, and also what I felt in many cases. So this became, it started life as a picture book, but it's ended up as a kind of biography, but very personal biography of the band and me and you. And
your amazing owl gadget has a Gloucestershire link.
It does indeed. Well, the stereoscope was invented in the 1830s by Charles Wheatstone, was a Gloucestershire man, and he achieved what no one had been able to achieve since the beginning of time, including the Renaissance. Leonardo da Vinci must have been curious about what makes things look solid to us, but he never cracked it. He never realized that we were getting 2 pictures of the universe from our 2 eyes. So he cracked perspective, but he did not figure out stereoscopy, which Charles Wheatstone did. So every time you see a film in the cinema that's 3D, it's thanks to Charles Wheatstone.
Who's a Barnwood man.
Yes, and shortly we will, the follow-up to this book, or one of the follow-ups, will be actually the story of how stereoscopy was born. And of course it all starts with Charles Wheatstone, an amazing man. You probably know the Wheatstone Bridge, which is something else which he invented. It's a device for measuring resistance in circuits. But he was a polymath, he made contributions in every kind of science, and he was also an artist.
Quite an interesting guy. Yeah, Gloucestershire born, which is always great. And you've been exploring Cheltenham a little bit today. A lot of people, I think we last saw you unveiling the plaque to Cozy Powell last year over in Cirencester.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah, and I was just at the Holst Museum, which is another amazing thing. Gustav Holst is inspiring to our whole generation, I think, and some of them don't even realise it. I think if you listen to the Star Wars music or Gladiator, you can hear the influence of Holst everywhere. And to me as a kid, it was incredibly inspiring. And very interesting, there's a nice documentary on it, which is narrated by Tony Palmer. And he says in it, or actually one of the critics in it says, don't be misled by the fact that it's very popular. It is much more profound than anyone realised at the time. It's an amazing work, going into the very deepest, darkest depths of human nature, not just about the planets, which is enough. It's more about humans, and I love it.
Brilliant. Well, I'm going to let you get ready for tonight.
Yes, I will be lecturing tonight in 3D.
Fantastic. fantastic, and we'll look forward to seeing you later. But